Welcome to Shelf Indulgence, the perfect place for book lovers who can't resist adding just one more book to their overflowing bookshelves. Join us as we dive into unforgettable stories, underrated reads, and all the bookish indulgences your heart desires. So grab your favorite drink, get comfy, and let's talk books.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to Shelf Indulgence, where we indulge in all things books, reading, and literary obsessions. My name is Alan, and here with me is Asia.
Hi, everyone.
Thank you. Asia, this is our 14th episode, right? Can you just tell me or tell us what do we have for today?
For today, we are getting back to mystery stories. So we have a book titled The Sleeping Doll, written by Jeffrey Deaver. Jeffrey is an American writer. He's famous for his mystery and crime books. And actually, the most popular series of his is featuring Lincoln Rhyme, quadriplegic detective. And he wrote like I don't know, more than 10 books about it, and it's really most popular series. Having said all that, we are going to talk not about this series. We're going to discuss Kathryn Dance series. It's another mystery series he wrote, and it's featuring Kathryn Dance. She's talented investigator, and we will talk about it later. Today we discuss only first book of the series, titled The Sleeping Doll. Overall, it has 4 books in the series. Do you have something to add?
No, thank you. Thank you for that. That was exhaustive. Thank you. Um, Another name for this section is Alan's winning section.
No, sorry, dude. It's
I
not
always
that. It's not
I
that.
win no matter what.
Do you want to start?
Okay, that's me. Let
Okay,
me
start.
start.
Okay. 1, 2, go.
Uh, so the book is about a what's the word serial killer who escaped from jail and was tried to they tried
It's
to
over.
arrest him
Time
back.
is over.
Okay,
Sorry, sorry. Time is over already. Just
oh
over
my
a few
goodness,
seconds ago.
I was caught unaware.
Exactly.
Okay, let's see how you do. Are you ready?
Yes.
Okay, one, two, start.
The first book is about Kathryn Dance, a talented interrogator who uses her skill to catch a serial killer.
Stop, stop,
Yep,
stop,
yep, yep, yep. I
stop.
finished. I
Hey,
finished. I
you,
finished. Yes, I won. I think I won this
hey,
time.
you were
It
reading
was no,
before we conclude on no one.
we already
Admit
concluded.
that you were reading it.
I
You
no, I
were
wasn't.
reading it
I
from
wasn't. I
what?
wasn't reading it. No, no, I
I
wasn't
saw
reading.
your
I
eyes
was
moving to the screen.
I was staring at my clock watch. I wasn't reading at all, like at all.
It seems
Okay,
like what?
let's move on and discuss the plot, or yeah, discuss the plot properly. Alan, can you tell a bit more about the book, about the plot generally?
Yes, most definitely. As you mentioned, the book was about a brilliant investigator. She works for the FBI named Special Agent Kathryn Dance. So she went when she was sent to question a convicted killer, who was popularly known as the son of Manson. Son of Manson. So in the book, there's this particular character named Manson who was famous for killing many, many people, right? So this Daniel, the person under investigation, his name is Daniel Pell, and he was called the son of Manson. So she was sent to interrogate him as a suspect in a new crime that was just discovered, right? And she felt it was kind of a unique situation, when you're getting into something, you're kind of electrifying. So Pearl was serving a life sentence, right, for the brutal murders of a family. Everybody in the family was murdered except the girl, except one girl in the family. So he was serving a life sentence for that, and yeah, she was sent to investigate or to question him concerning another murder. And well, let me not give anything more because it is a wild ride. But the book is named The Sleeping Dog because the last member of the family that wasn't killed was named The Sleeping Dog. So that's what the book is named after. So that is the long and short of the book. I don't want to give much more away.
Okay,
So yeah,
yeah.
that's it. Do you have anything to add?
No, not really. Thank you. I think that was enough
Okay.
for now. Let's move on.
So right now we'll be moving on to the next round, our speed round. We'll talk about our best and worst of everything. So our best character. Asia, who is your best character?
I don't know. It's really not much to pick from, right? Because there are there are a few maybe main characters, but Katrin is uh, a leader of everything. Like we often see actions, or I don't know, we see the almost the major part of the plot we see from her point of view. And just the most interesting parts, at least for me, I don't know, maybe it was different for you, um, were happening this way. So for me, it's obviously Kathryn Dance, the main CBI, yeah, CBI detective and
Yes.
interrogator. What do you say? Do you agree?
Yes, it's the same for me. It's, like you said, everything was from my point of view. And not just that, I think as a person and as a professional, I also like that she seemed to be quite talented and quite good at her job. And even as a person, as a mom, because she was a widowed or she's a widowed mom, um, the way she deals with her kids, the way she deals with her colleagues. Yeah, I think she's a good person. Like I said, there isn't really much to pick from, right? But yeah, I
Okay,
agree. She's
I
my best character.
mhm. Okay, yeah. What about your worst character?
Okay, the obvious answer should have been Daniel Pell because he's the worst of the worst of the, permit me to say, worstest character in the book.
Worst?
But well, I'm going to actually pick Rebecca. Now, oh my goodness, I hope I'm not even giving the plot away by naming her as my worst character. But so Daniel Pell, before he was jailed, right? He had this family, he called them his family. So it was made up of, let's say, five people, including himself, right? He likes to, he is a cult leader, let's just use that word. So in the family, there was a guy, and there were women, right? Rebecca is one of the women. I can't remember the name they call them, but Rebecca is one of the women. And after Daniel was caught and jailed for the murder of that family, the rest of the three remaining women they scattered and went on living their lives. When he escaped from jail, the FBI, Kathryn Dance, she decided to just bring them in to help with the case, right? And on the surface, Rebecca looked like a nice person that wanted to help. Not nice, but someone that wanted to help. But as you read on, you realize she is not who you think she is. So again, I'm not going to give anything away, but she's my worst character.
Okay, I think yeah, it
What
was
about you?
yeah, same situation
Yeah.
for me, to be honest, because I picked Winston Kellogg. It's a detective. Why you're laughing? You know why?
Because I agree with you.
But again, I can't really give a lot because actually it's a detective from FBI. Yeah, from FBI. I think he arrived from
Yeah,
the like from the main office. He was a specialist detective specializing on cults and cult leaders. And basically, he came to help Kathryn to deal with Pell, because like he was a psychologist, kind of, and he was giving his expertise, stuff like that, like on how to catch the killer, all these things, but still not giving much. It's like a parallel plot, I would say, because only closer to the end we will get to know, like we would get to know his initial goal, like why he actually came. Uh,
yes.
right.
It's
So let's stop here,
yes,
right, and move
yes,
on.
I
What about
agree.
your favorite scene?
Yeah, so my favorite scene, and I'm going to allude to another book, right? So in Cormoran Strike series, I think it was Troubled Blood, when Strike went to jail to interrogate a serial killer. Serial killer was his name Creed, I can't remember. That was one of my favorite scenes of the book, and it's the same thing here as well. So the first interrogation Kathryn had with Daniel Pell, I liked it, and I like those kind of scenes because it's like they are fighting each other or mentally. It's like one is trying to win the other, one the other is trying to defend, to evade. So it's like you guys are looking at yourself, you are talking, you are probably smiling to each other, but there is another war going on behind, and each person is like a game of chess that is being played in the mind. Right. So I liked that. And there was also another scene where she was interrogating the head of the warden of the prison where Pearl was. If you remember,
Hmm.
she invited him into the office, and he thought it was just going to be a routine interrogation. She didn't know that Catherine was a professional interrogator, and she was able to glean some information from him. So yeah, those were my favorite scenes, just she interrogating people. I don't know. People might say a skill, like they might say it is unrealistic that nobody can notice all those facial tics and subtle things. But be that as it may, I liked it. I like the way she does the interrogation. So
Hmm.
yes, those are my favorite scenes. And you?
I wouldn't say, just a quick comment. I wouldn't say that it was always she was, noticing facial expressions or I don't know people's actions all the time, right? I think she even mentioned it herself, like you mentioned before, she plays different roles as a mother, as a she also a music lover, and also an investigator or interrogator. But she isn't a machine. From the way it was described, her interrogation technique works when she works as a detective, right? Not like all the time, not like she's
Yeah,
a
all the time. Yeah,
superwoman or something.
detective machine. Yeah, I
Yeah.
get.
Okay, my favorite scene is it's actually a actual scene. There was a scene where Pell realizes that Rebecca wasn't as the way he thought about her. Like she wasn't a
Mhm.
victim all the time. She wasn't something else. Sorry, she was something else. And he was really like confused about it, and that's why I liked it. It was like he thought he has. Do you remember he has powers, actually? And
Yeah,
he at that moment he realized that actually no, someone else used him for something else, and he didn't know anything about it. Okay, let's move on. Most ridiculous moment. What do you think?
yeah. So my most ridiculous moment was it was Pearl's escape plan. It was like a lot of moving parts involved in that escape, and for everything to just work out, right, is it's kind of unrealistic to me. And the way he always was able to evade, because twice police almost caught him, or more than twice actually, police almost caught him, but he seemed to be able to just one little tiny thing and was able to escape them. I feel like, nah, that doesn't happen in real life. The escape plan, something should have not worked. But again, it is fiction, so maybe I'm being too hard on the book. But yeah, that is ridiculous to me and how the
Oh,
plan worked.
okay.
What about you?
I agree partly on it, but I think it also was explained, and it was something as a like main scene in the book because he was escaping like for long, uh, and he was
Mm-hmm.
so arrogant and so selfish and
Confident.
yes, confident, and he stayed in one place in the same like area for like
Mm-hmm.
all over the time, and of course they caught him, but oh my goodness, what did I say here? Okay, it was obvious. It's a mystery, right? So they obviously would catch him. Okay, I'm getting back to the guy called Winston and his hidden influence.
Okay.
I'm sorry, his hidden influence on Katrin
Yes.
and
Yes.
the whole investigation because I found it ridiculous because he was making some particular movements and Catherine didn't notice anything, right? Because she wasn't like we already noticed. Yeah, noticed she wasn't like a detective machine, like detective machine all the time. So she didn't notice that he was acting weird at times, right? And well like my question was like why why it wasn't something like
Why all through the book?
she was really like sympathetic to him and she wasn't not completely blind maybe like a bit blind noticing things about him, let's say it this way.
Yeah, I agree with you. For someone who is so, even like, yeah, she's not a detective machine, but it didn't seem like something that should have escaped her so easily. And how she was so, will I say, loose with him,
Mm-hmm.
someone who just met. Yeah, I agree. Okay, so we'll be moving on to our next session, which is hot takes and unpopular opinions. So, Asia, please give it to us. What is your hot take?
I don't know if it's a hot take, but I want to mention the title of the book. It's titled The Sleeping Doll, right? And even somewhere at the beginning it mentioned like who the sleeping doll is, that it's Teresa Croydon, the only kid that survived, right? But she was like all the time it was said that she didn't know anything. She was sleeping all through. She can't remember anything about what happened in the house. And there are like subplots where the journalist is trying to get her, trying to actually talk to her. She's a teenager by the time when everything is going on, right? And she finally, when she finally appeared, it also appears that actually not like she was sleeping. She didn't know anything at all, but from the way how it influenced to the whole action, like it's basically nothing. It's like I didn't even get why it was there, but overall, overall, I didn't get why it was titled this way, because to me it was like nothing special, nothing really that contributed into plot a lot. What do you want to say? Say it now.
I can't believe you stole my hot take.
Hey, dude, sorry, but
Yeah, so
this what it
it's
is.
exactly, yeah, it's the same thoughts I had. So, first of all, she didn't actually really appear to you towards the end of the book, right? Yes, there were sprinkles of a name
Mm-hmm.
through the book, but she didn't really appear to you towards the end. And I was trying to think if anything she said could have affected the book anyway. Um, and I think so because remember she was asleep and she said she was hearing the TV program. So I think that helped Catherine come to some kind of conclusion, possibly. But the book wasn't about her. So why was the book named Sleeping Doll? The book was not about her. So I didn't get why the book was named The Sleeping Doll. It should have been given another name because she didn't really, as you say, contribute as much to the book as we thought it was going to be. When I first read the title, I actually thought Daniel Pell was going to end up maybe looking for her or trying to kidnap her or something, but
Mm-hmm.
no.
Yes,
So yeah, that,
I also thought so. Okay, do you have anything else maybe apart from this? I actually have some more to mention,
okay,
but it's more
please.
like, not hot takes or and popular opinions. It's more like interesting things that I wanted to feature. But do you have another, unpopular opinion maybe?
No, no, I don't. If you have something else, please go ahead and say it. I don't have.
Okay, I picked let's say two more things to mention. First of all, it's how the California nature was described was, it's not just a place where everything is happening, but if we talk about, for example, a bay, Monterey Bay, or mountains or parks. Like it plays a particular role in the whole, in the whole book, in the whole actions in the book. Because some things happens like in these hotels near the sea and like just how the nature was described. So I thought it's like not just one city and you mentioned the strike series today, right? I think London there is also plays a particular role. It's like another character in the book. So it's similar here, but about Monterey Bay. And one more thing I wanted to mention is how characters were described. Like, let's take as an example Kathryn Dance and her family, like how everything mixed with her family life. Like we see her in the house with her kids, with her parents, with her colleague, talking to her colleagues, and her colleagues are also not just like, a name alone, right? You also know
Yeah,
about something, you get to know something about his, I don't know, families maybe, or their situation, like how they looked, so how their characters like personalities are like all these things, and it's not much. It's not. Like interrupting the whole reading flow. It's so I like how it was like described. And again, Catherine isn't just again a detective and mother. he she's also a music lover, right? She's
yeah,
gathering, collecting, recording folk music all around California, and she's running a website on it. So it's like, uh, you know,
she
mm,
has
full
many
dimension
different,
character, not just like.
yeah, there are different aspects to her life.
Mhm.
Actually, I
So
didn't thought
do
of that.
you, yes.
I didn't thought of that before. Um, I, to me, it seemed like the, this is my own opinion. It seemed like the other characters were not as fully developed as Catherine. You can let me know if you feel the same or not. Like for instance, the TJ character that was working with her throughout the case. Don't really know much about him. I feel like many of the characters, apart from herself and maybe Kellogg, there wasn't a lot of background. The only background we had was okay, how she met this particular person or how she met this particular person. But those characters themselves, they didn't have a lot of background. I don't know. I don't know if you agree or not, but seemed that way to me.
Okay, I think it seems to me this way because I've read the second book, and it was mentioned. It was like let's say some relationships got developed,
Hmm.
or we got to know more
Yeah,
about, for example, this Michael, her colleague as well, things like that. And but anyway, of course, it can't each character in the book can't be like fully developed. Like you would have read only about their lives, only about their biography all the time. So it can't be
hmm,
this way. But at least for some, like, right, for some of them, for main character, about Katrin, about this killer, Pell, uh, about a couple of colleagues, it was there. So my point basically was that it's not just a name, there is something else. And for TJ especially, it affects to, his behavior as well. Like how he, talked to Catherine, Uh,
Yeah,
Things like that, let's say.
it's pretty
Okay,
funny.
let's move on. Let's move on and give it a final verdict, which is shelf or sell. Shelf means that it is owning and revisiting, and sell is for a one-time read or not worth keeping. Okay, what do you think? What it is for you?
Well, I am I'm going to give it a sell. Um, I not because it isn't a good book, it is, but yeah, I don't think it's worth owning or revisiting. Yeah, so it's a sell for me. Sorry, it's a sell for me. What about you?
Yeah, for me, it's also sell. But again, yes, not because it's totally bad, but it's only because I don't really plan on reading it. For me, it's one time read. Uh,
Okay.
but that's for sure. This only one, not like it doesn't worth reading or like at all. But yeah, just like it was good as a one read, I think.
Okay. Okay. Um, yeah, so we'll be moving on to our bookshelf space rating. The more details about the ratings will be in our description, right? Will be in the description on our page. So we have 1 to 5 stars. What rating are you giving it us here?
I wish I could again. Yeah, I'm giving it 3 stars according to our rating,
Mm.
which goes for middle shelf, maybe was a read by the way. But if I could, I would give it 2.5.
Wow.
Because I can't. I am not going to read it. I like for sure. But I can't give it like 2 stars because it was a bad book at all. Like I didn't like it. No, it's just like only because, as I explained before, I'm not going to read it, but it was fine to read once. I also noticing that we are giving a lot of 3 star rating, but it means totally different things. Sometimes it means like, oh my goodness, I don't want to give it 4 star. Let me give it 3 stars.
Yes.
Because, but actually, it's like, and again, if I don't feel like giving it 2 stars, let me give it 3 stars. I think we need to, use the halves
Revise.
finally.
Yeah. Yeah.
We need to revise our rating. Okay,
I
maybe.
agree. I agree
Sorry,
with you.
I digress. I'm so sorry. I just noticing that because we're giving 3 stars all the time, but it's totally different 3 stars for every book.
I
Okay,
agree. There are
sorry,
some
sorry,
three
sorry.
stars that are like, oh, it isn't up to 4. But there are some 3 stars that are like, I can't give it 2. So let's give it 3. So yeah, I understand. I understand. And I agree with you.
Okay, what about
Um,
this?
mine is also a 3 star, and it's for the same reasons you gave actually. It's for the same reason you gave. I'm giving it a 3 star. I don't think
Okay,
it's worth a 4 star, so just going to leave it at 3 stars. Yeah. Okay.
thank you.
Yes, thank you too. So, guys, we've come to the end of today's episode. Um, please check out The Sleeping Door by Jeffrey Deaver. Asia has already, started reading the rest of the books in the series, but I've not joined that yet. Maybe I will, maybe I will not. But please, again, check out The Sleeping Dog by Jeffrey Deaver, and let us know, what you think about the book. Let us know your opinions on the things we talked about, and we will see you in our next episode. Bye.
Bye.
That's a wrap for today on Shelf Indulgence. If you enjoyed this episode, don't forget to subscribe and leave a review. We'd love to hear from you. And hey, let's keep the conversation going. Follow us on Instagram and tell us what you're reading. Until next time, remember, shelf care is self-care.